In this clip, I am going to remove the problems which migrants are feeling in 5 year Portugal's nationality law. I will give some answers from AIMA inspector, which answers she has given, and almost all your problems which you are currently facing, and lot of confusions, and you are asking to different individuals, that will be finished. And I will tell you step by step, so you need to listen this clip till end so that you will be able to understand a new revolutionary 5 years nationality program of Portugal, in which you are allowed to apply for nationality, for citizenship, for passport of Portugal within 5 years. Problem was that when this law was published, a lot of people was talking about this law is not from resident card, it not from file lock manifesto expresso, and it is actually from the TRC card. And technically this law is applicable only for golden investors, investor gold visa, mean that in which people invest in Portugal, and some other categories. And later on, as we were talking about, no, this law was valid for all migrants who are currently present in Portugal and they did lock file, and the time from locking a file, which is called expression of interest, will count. A lot of people were not admitting, but now the cases which AIMA is assessing, we already gave you recording of the clips in which it is confirmed that the time starting from the file lock for the 5 years nationality program. But still there are some problems, and a lot of people are in trouble dilemma. They are not going to calculate their time from AIMA because they think their time will be wasted and they will consume money as well. Some people are not going directly to the IRN without AIMA calculation because they think their 5 years nationality application will refuse, and they don't want refusal because they had time in Portugal, and they are little bit cautious that we waited for 5 years. Why not we wait for more time? And they are counting their time from resident card. That's why. One lawyer has a complete session with the inspector of AIMA, and she was a female officer, and she gave answers, and she gave very authentic, targeted, and right answers. I think most of the problems which you are facing will be resolved, and you will be thinking that this way you can apply for nationality program. First question he asked, you please tell me, I'm officer, he is talking to I'm officer, please tell me that your 5 years nationality law is absolutely I'm following the time taken from file lock, and you people are 100% sure that the people who did lock file, the time will count from locking of the file and he can apply for nationality. Are you sure? Because people are confused, people are worried, their applications of 5 year nationality program may be refused by your department, your sister department IRN. She told yes, this law is now currently applicable by AIMA, so it's clear now. And she already told, she told more that we can't go against government's law. This is government law, government of the Portugal's law, and it is now absolutely implemented in all AIMA offices, and applications were coming for calculation of the time. We are calculating time from file lock. She confirmed, and that now any application which will come here in AIMA, we will calculate time from the file lock, and there is no any type of confusion, there is no any type of problem for us, and we will motivate those individuals whose time is clear. 5 years after expression of interest, they must apply for nationality program. They are absolutely eligible. So this answer she has given. Next answer, he asked more that do you think that the people are waiting? Do you think the people are waiting for resident card? Sorry, the people who are waiting for 5 years nationality applications, and they technically they did apply for 5 years nationality program, but they did not file calculation time certificate from your office. What will happen to those applications? Sorry, I little bit confused question there, but you will listen, you will understand. Once again I will speak. She asked that the people who applied 5 years nationality program to the IRN office, and they did not took your letter, meaning which 5 years time is written, you think that their application will be entertained, and you also think that their time will be calculated also from file log. Might be your sister department, which is IRN, that may calculate time from resident card, and they may suffer because their time of 5 years from resident card did not complete yet. Therefore he wanted to get all answer, and lawyer spoke these sentences which I'm sharing with you. She told that if you go direct application for nationality in IRN office, what IRN will do, IRN will verify from us, and IRN will verify from us, and IRN will get the certificate from us internally. That's why we are talking better. You took letter from AIMA and your time will be saved. But if you don't take letter from AIMA, never mean you cannot apply for 5 years nationality. Another question is clear, that if you did not have AIMA calculation letter of time from file log according to 5 years nationality law, you can go directly to IRN office. This is AIMA officer speaking, female officer inspector speaking. You people can apply directly to the IRN office, and IRN office is entitled to receive your application, and still you don't need to worry. The good point which she told, which I am telling you, is she told that you don't need to worry because the IRN department will get the verification from us, will send us case, and then we will calculate time, same time which you calculated directly, we give letter to you, similar letter we will give you IRN. Mean that we will tell IRN, we will verify IRN that this man, this woman, this children eligible for 5 years nationality citizenship because he consumed time in Portugal from file log 5 years, mean according to 5 years nationality law. I think biggest problems of the migrants are now resolved, because they were thinking that what will happen when we listen your channel, we listen other YouTubers channel, and we go for 5-year residency application, and what will happen when they refuse our applications? What will happen? They say your time is not completed yet, and you need to calculate the time from TRC, and we don't take letter from AIMA because that is taking 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, 2 months while we are waiting. If we go for directly, this was also hard question from the migrants of the Portugal, that we may apply directly to the IRN office. They tell yes, you can apply direct to IRN office. Now it's clear now. Now the people who did log file and your 5 years staying residence in the your 5 year stay is completed, and you think that your all problems are resolved of nationality, you prepared your documents, you are absolutely eligible, you have 2 pathways, both pathways are valid, still you will ask which pathway is valid and what inspector was talking about. First of all, I will speak those 2 pathway. One pathway, if your 5 years completed from the file log, you can go directly to IRN office if you prepared your documents which are required. You know the documents I prepared, I spoke the list name of the documents which you require: job contract, you know that, and your resident card renewals and your all data. and your previous data of living in Portugal if you are not criminal, and everything, you will go with the documents. You can go for 5 years nationality program of Portugal directly without getting time calculated certificate of AIMA. This is the one pathway. Other pathway is that you need to apply for time calculation to AIMA, and AIMA will give you a letter in which it is written that from this date your time was 5 years. You started for luck, your time is 5 years. You are eligible for application of Portugal citizenship, and that letter you will attach with other documents to IRN office. The third one is that which pathway is good. Now it's difficult. Now inspector told inspector of the AIMA told lawyer that both pathways are eligible. There is no any problem in any pathway. Then I prefer, why you will calculate the time from AIMA and you will waste 3 times. Why you are not going direct to IRN, which is also farewell, I think. This is my personal opinion. You can analyze yourself situation, because normally some people are telling that they are giving certificate in 1 month. Some migrants are telling they are giving certificates in 3 months. Some are telling they are taking in 6 months, because now currently they are a little bit more worried in resolving backlog of applications issue. If they are taking 6 months, that's quite late. That's why I am favoring. If they are taking 1 month, no problem. We can wait. You can wait and you can apply for 5 years nationality after that by attaching this letter with the other documents, job contract, your living residence evidence, your NIF number, your NIS number, your resident card record of renewals, etc., and your file locking documents. And similarly, if you think that time taking will be more, you can go directly. Now another question which is in your mind, that if we go, this is the question due to which I think I recorded this clip. If we apply directly and we calculate ourselves, we calculate mathematically, because you have your date of application of file log, expression of interest, at which date you did log file, you know better. Now you are thinking that on that date I calculate and 5 years completed and we prepare documents, we go directly to the IRN. If IRN will say that you is not entitled for nationality, what will happen? Our application will be refused and we will have trouble in next application when we will file for residency of Portugal. This is the biggest question. AIMA inspector clarified, I told in this clip clearly, that your time calculation from file log, either coming from IRN directly or coming from AIMA letter, both will be same. And how IRN will calculate, first of all, your time. Otherwise, they will not start processing of your application of citizenship, and they will calculate your time and then they will start processing, and they will not calculate time themselves. They will give all record to the AIMA. They will give this task to the AIMA. AIMA officers will verify, will ask. Similarly, when they were giving you letter directly, now they will give the letter to IRN, and IRN will confirm that your time is 5 years. Then they will start processing. It means within 1 to 2 months, if you will not get any objection from AIMA, it's clear your term is complete and your time is from file log, and you must be mentally free if your time is completed from file log. If you did calculations, your calculations are right. That's the problem maybe, because you may be calculating by different way. You have to calculate. I say 3 months more, 4 months more, I think you must go. You must not go exactly 5 years, 1-2 months more, so that if you have missed any day, they may be counted. And I think this is the biggest offer of Portugal now currently. A lot of people are throwing negativities in the market that Portugal is the country who has closed migration. Portugal is the country worst for the migration. You just please confirm me, there is any country in the world who is giving nationality in 5 years? Just let me tell. I was recording sessions on United States. United States is giving green card exactly in 10 years. and UK if you are going almost 6 to 10 years, and it's not possible. Even it's very difficult. There are a lot of complications. It's very easy if you have just job contract, you are working and you are paying taxes, you are 99.9% eligible for citizenship if you are not criminal. So this is the biggest problem of the migrants are resolved. Both migrants who was waiting, those migrants who were telling resident card time is too much, they are giving card in 3 years, they are giving card in 2 years. That was the discussions going on since 3 years, that the time of resident card is 6 months. Even the YouTubers are recording clips, resident card I got in 3 months, TRC in 6 months. What is the benefit of resident card in 3 months? Because you have to stay for 5 years. Simple. You got resident card in 4 years, you got resident card in 3 years, you got resident card in 2 years, no matter, because you have to stay 5 years simply. After file locking problems are also being resolved in the future. Some good things are coming. If this government was against migration, as some people were analyzing that this government is against migration, this government has closed article 88 and article 89. If this government was against migration, just let me inform one thing: why they implemented 5 years nationality law. This was my personal observation, that this government will not allow to apply for citizenship from the file law, and they may stop the law. They can stop the law. They had complete authority. Even the law was passed, they could bring that law once again into the parliament. They could discuss that law and they could request president. You will be asking, president will not admit. President will admit, because president already admitted their request of closing article 88, article 89. President basically did not want to close the immigration, because president is not the government. He has to sign that law which the government will pass, and by legal way that is eligible. And president goes against his wish and he closed article 88, article 89. How president will not stop this law if the government, after approval of the parliament, should have been sent to the president? It was government wish to on this law. This government did not oppose this law. When the law was delaying, this was my clip, I am thinking might be this government is not in favor of this law. This biggest decision of this Portugal government is clear. This Portugal government, I can clarify by this decision, I can clarify, this is clear-cut evidence for me at least as an immigration analyst, that this government is not against migration. If they had against migration, if they were against migration, they need to stop the 5 years nationality law. You know, locking of file closing was not the problem, because now they are giving billions and billions, millions of the passport to the migrants within 5 years, and they will get Portuguese national. You will find a lot of Asian migrants in the coming market inside Portugal, because they will be getting passport within 5 years. They did not stop. Now I think their intention of closing article 88, article 89 looked holy. I think looked genuine, because they told in several sessions, in private sessions, they were giving interviews to the generalists as well. They clearly told their Minister of Presidency, their Minister of Internal Affairs, and they were little a bit straightforward as well, that if the backlog exceeds 600,000, how we allow more people to lock the file? Why not we decrease that backlog of application, and then we allow more people to enter into Portugal? That was very genuine reason. Similarly, the Minister of Internal Affairs, which clearly told that how we open the family appointment. It's very difficult to open the family appointment. I think that also a little bit genuine, that their data of backlog still too high. and that was little bit deteriorations by immigration department of Portugal AIMA officers who did not work up to the mark. Their work was not being appreciated in the Portugal departments. That's why new AIMA center are working. Their handling of the migrants and their resolution of the problems, solving of the problems of the migrants is quite tidy, is quite late, and especially their claims that we are not working, their strike, their overtime problems, and their slow working motivated government of the Portugal to open new task force and new AIMA center Lipson is given a little bit better services to the migrants as the AIMA small centers were going. Therefore, lot of hopes from the new AIMA centers and very good step by the Portugal government to on this 5 years nationality law. I also wanted to say that AIMA itself did not decide to calculate the time from the file log and did not decide to implement 5 years nationality law. Technically, AIMA was given green signal by government. Now you can calculate the time from file log. It's a very great thing. It's a very positive thing. Keep watching my channel for the immigration news by Irfan, by analysis, and also subscribe my channel. My email contact you already see in description link and give me feedback. Thank you very much.